When Arsenal spent big last summer to bring a young Italian defender from Bologna, supporters and pundits filed it under a promising and waited to see how quickly he would settle. What happened instead was faster, louder and more decisive than anyone expected. Riccardo Calafiori arrived as a 23-year-old with pedigree but little Premier League seasoning. Yet within months his name started to pop up in match reports for all the right reasons. Not just tidy defending, but moments that swing games. A composed finish with his left, a driven strike with his right, and the sort of headed goal attackers dream about in the box. Those finishes didn't come in friendlies. They arrived against Manchester City, Wolves and Manchester United, and he even announced himself on the Champions League stage with a goal that had opponents and neutrals alike doing a double take. What's striking is not only the variety of his scoring, but the full package he's supplying. He reads play well defensively, recovers positions with the sort of calmness you expect from veterans, and yet when the ball turns his way, he can become an unpredictable attacking outlet, overlapping, cutting inside, or arriving on the far post when crosses come in. That duality, the ability to defend reliably while creating havoc going forward, is the reason staff and teammates keep talking about his character and professionalism. Mikel Arteta lauded his willingness and the hunger he brought to training, and supporters quickly turned him into a fan favourite because he offers high-impact moments in the biggest fixtures. For a club chasing both domestic honours and deep runs in Europe, a signing that rewards early faith changes the conversation. It eases rotation headaches, allows Arteta tactical flexibility. You can push him higher when needed or tuck him into a 3 at the back and forces rivals to prepare differently on match day. Opponents who marked him lightly in Surrey can't afford that luxury here. Calafiori's left-right head scoring resume means teams must track him tightly, which in turn opens space for strike partners and midfield runners. Beyond tactics, there's a psychological edge. When a freshly arrived player turns up with decisive contributions against the league's biggest names, it sends a message. The squad isn't just deepening, it's upgrading. That momentum spreads across the dressing room, lifts the crowd, and can tilt tight matches in Arsenal's favour. Of course, development matters. Consistency, injury management, and how opponents adapt will define whether this is a short-lived burst or the start of a long, influential career at the top level. But right now, the evidence is clear. Arsenal's summer gamble is yielding returns on the pitch and in belief. As the season unfolds, keep an eye on how Arteta uses him in big games, whether opponents begin to double up on his runs, and how that ripple effect changes Arsenal's attacking patterns. For a club with trophy aspirations, the emergence of a versatile, hungry 23-year-old who can decide matches in the Premier League and in Europe is more than a headline. It's a potential season-defining advantage, and one that will keep fans talking long after the first whistle.